This is a great fundamentals discussion with David, a Navy SEAL and member of the World Pistol Shooting Team.
You only squeeze front to back with that hand. So you actually kind of let them float if you can.
Front to back, like this part of my
fingers? You only
fingers?
squeeze front to back on the gun.
So what part of your fingers are squeezing? Because it's here and like here?
Kind of.
Okay.
So the reason is, if you're grabbing like this, if you're squeezing around with these fingers, that when you move that fast, they all go.
Okay.
So, see the fingers
and
moving?
And that will make it go down?
That will make the gun go down.
Okay.
You won't feel it. I just started to feel it a month ago.
Okay.
When it happens. It happens a lot. So those fingers, some people can have their fingers pushed in, gripping all the way around and still control the gun right. I have to. My reflex is pretty strong. I actually sometimes push out slightly. Not a lot, just like that with those fingers. Because if you're pushing out, I mean like a ½ ounce, they won't move.
Okay.
It's interesting because some people will tell you they want it to be, like a manhandle grip. They want it to be kind of strong.
Not with your strong hand.
Yeah, not with your strong hand. Yeah, then
yes.
I've heard.
So you're pushing out against your other hand.
I do. Not many people recommend that. That's what I have to do to overcome that.
Well, it might just be good for when I'm practicing because now I have to build muscle memory.
Sure. But
I've heard the left-handed people are smarter. I don't know about you guys, but
the firing hand, think fine motor skill. Your support hand is gross motor skill.
Yes.
Okay. So you're holding onto the gun, like that's it. It's not a lot. You're not gripping. You're not really recoil controlling. The only thing you're doing, the complicated thing, is you keep the wrist locked.
Okay.
So you don't let this wrist flop. You'll be able to see that with some diagonal movement of the dot on recoil. It's not the only cause, but that's one of the things you'll see. So you want this wrist locked. This is holding the gun. Like it's not a ton, right? And I can shoot like that, and it won't move out of the hand. The big thing with recoil control, even single-handed, is keep that wrist locked.
Okay.
Right. So you got to worry about tension here, like that. You got tension there. That's going to start making the dot recover. And
so when you say tension here, you're pushing up on this guy right here.
So basically the cue is watch your strong hand tension. There's several places it can occur. It can occur here. That's the biggest, most obvious one. The less obvious one is.
When you say here, you mean here.
Here's.
You don't want too much tension.
Right.
Here.
You don't want those fingers white.
Yeah. Okay.
You want them slacked.
Okay.
They can still be pressed against it.
Yeah.
But you're not squeezing it inward.
So you want the tension here, and here?
You don't want the tension.
Oh, you don't want it here.
Which is weird. Okay. That's the thing I'm working on right now.
So it's here.
It is. You have the
so
just enough.
Than what we've kind of been told.
Just enough to keep the wrist locked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is a little individual for each person. So one guy does this to test if and he wiggles his fingers. Okay, I got my wrist locked, but my hand is. That doesn't really help me very much. But I'm still trying to. I was even until just last week thinking, okay, well my recoil control's doing something goofy. It's not returning predictably. The dot is not returning predictably, as perfectly predictably as I know it can.
Mm-hmm.
So someone pointed this out second time. They're like, hey, tension right there and right there, because mine would be kind of like that. And their clue was looking there.
So, but that you're saying that's too much.
Right, that's too much. So it's more like this.
Yeah.
More. It's almost like I'm not holding on to this gun very much.
It's interesting because I've been teaching her.
Will you do too much?
So too much is kind of like you can see it. You can see the hand tension on the back.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can see that one really flex.
And then what should it look like?
It should be more relaxed.
Got it. Okay.
But you still got it. You can still see some tension here.
Right. That's still holding. That's locking the wrist, but it's not squeezing.
Okay. Yeah.
Hand tension is unique to each person, each hand size.
Yeah.
So some people can grab all the way around and not too much problem, but that's rare. Mm-hmm. Very rare. So if you work on that, your bolts will start going through the same hole.
Okay.
Especially this distance.
So this should be, we can dry fire this all day long. Grip, dry fire all day long.
I wonder how much of the nuance needs to be in the kit though, because there's
so
probably so much.
It works in levels, right? So strong hand gripping hard. Firing hand gripping lightly to medium, not much. You're holding the gun, you're squeezing front to back. Support hand squeezing hard, but not so hard that it shakes.
Yeah.
That's about all you need to do in the beginning.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Then you start watching what happens, and then you can diagnose and lighten up those fingers. Watch your strong hand tension. If you're right-handed and you're going low left, It's hand tension. It's firing hand tension.
So what I was told was 2-to-1 support hand
Ratio, what does that really mean,
I know.
right?
Yeah, and that's right. You don't
It
know.
can be 2-to-1, but maybe I can squeeze with 200 pounds with this hand and 100 pounds with this hand. Is that right?
Right.
Or is it 50 and 25?
Yeah. Yeah.
So first, when I heard that, that's stupid. No, that's actually true. When you deal with a wide variety of people, it's one guy. The original joke was hard and harder.
Yeah.
So not hard though. It's just kind of enough to hold the gun. Show you another thing. Draw. And it'll be weird because this is going to be the wrong
Hold
hand for
on.
me.
Let me practice what you just told me. I have to take it in steps because I can't remember everything.
Right.
Okay, so it's here
So
and then release like that. Okay. And then just have my wrist locked.
right. So that'll take time to get. So how's your? All right. Now I'm going to tell you like 19
Boxing?
things. All right. So kind of. You ever do power cleans?
No.
Okay. Kind of nose over toes.
Okay.
Chest out, chest forward, butt out,
Mm-hmm.
nose over toes. That's all you need for pistol.
Okay.
So you'll be a little bit more that. So instead of here, this is comfortable to stand balanced. You don't want to be balanced. You want some forward bias. So I'm on the balls of my toes, balls of my feet. Heels are light. The agility coaches will say credit card alignment. Have you ever heard that one? So you're at credit card alignment. You can be square, you can be slightly off. We train slightly off. So nose over toes will stop 9mm from pushing you back.
Okay.
So this forward weight bias is enough. You want arms out. You don't want this. I've seen people do it, but mostly out, not all the way. I would rotate your elbows out slightly.
Out.
Out.
Okay.
That changes the recoil impulse.
That's so weird.
It is
How
weird.
far out? Like this?
It depends on the person.
Okay.
Now I'll show you one
So
more thing.
this is what it would be, but you're saying like that
A
kind
little,
of?
and
Okay.
that's a more minor thing to work on.
Okay.
So drop this hand. So, all right, gotta fit my hand in there. So you wedge it in, and you should be squeezing closer to that.
Okay.
Is that how hard you're squeezing?
Uh,
I know, it's a joke. I know. Nobody is. Nobody is
No.
unless they're shown.
no.
So you're kind of smashing, so it wears out your arm. So you will
Okay.
get, you
So
do need to do some
What you're
stretches.
saying is for the support, arm, you're.
You want me to, here.
Yeah. Yeah. So to me, I would be high, but you're saying now it's just front to back, front to back here.
Yep.
Okay.
So lighten those fingers. You see they're white?
Yeah.
Lighten those up.
Okay.
And lighten them up. Like let them hang off. Let the fingertips hang off.
Yeah. That's so hard. This is so hard.
Kind of like that.
Yeah. I keep pushing back on it.
So present.
Yeah.
Nope, just present out with that arm. Okay, so I am wedged in
Yep.
with leverage,
Yep.
kind of gripping at the bottom and
Yep.
wedging into the top, and then I'm
Wow.
squeezing more like that.
Wow. And that's-
Sometimes I'll even get there.
Yeah. So it's very.
It's hard.
It's a really hard grip.
So
Wow.
you don't even
With
need
your
to
support
squeeze
hand.
that hard,
Yeah.
and I can show you that's where your recoil control
Yeah.
comes from
Yeah.
the support hand.
Yeah, you should feel that too. It's worthwhile for you to do that too. As a lefty. Go ahead. He's gonna come on the
Are
other
you
side.
lefty? Oh, this is weird.
I know. There's another weird.
Dave, I didn't know you're left-handed.
Yeah, two smarties.
So like
Yeah,
those guys up.
okay.
It's okay. It's normal. So they should be a little loose. That's
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Get this finger up a little bit. So this hand's going to be in here. You're going to kind of lay this part of your hand across here for real estate,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Oh yeah. Wow.
you're kind of like this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not at all what I've been doing. Well, I just started,
Right.
so this is easier.
Most
for me.
people don't. Even the military doesn't really teach that right.
Question is, do we need to get the small earplugs because they look better? When we wear the big
They're
earplugs,
Walmart. They're Walmart earplugs. But if we're inside, you'll probably want the double. You'll want something over it.
Do most people wear the smaller ones though? The big ones seem really uncomfortable.
With these guns and outside, you're great with the small ones.
Okay.
But if you're shooting next at a competition, someone's going to open gun with a compensator on it, you want doubles.
Yeah.
It's a loudener. I mean,
Yeah.
the more holes in the barrel, the louder it is, honestly.
But does it reduce the recoil?
Oh yeah,
It does. Okay.
So that's a
But
different-
It's louder.
much
Okay.
louder. Shocking. Surface area there. So it's palm and a little bit of the rest of the hand. And for me, thumbs are forward, wrist canted down roughly 45 degrees. That's the typical. There's a few people who have a little bit more straight wrist. If you can lock it and you can get good purchase on the gun, if you can lock that wrist when it's gripping,
Our hearts beat to the city streets, we began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher.